And welcome back to Roguecraft here on Musicfreegaming. It is great to see you. I'm here, I'm holding a pork chop, and I'm here in my big red and black box of boxiness. That's right, the new entrance to my base is here, and it's great, and it's really, really plain. But if you think it's plain on the inside, wait to get to the outside. That's right. The boxiness just continues on and on and on. So, it's time to get decorating and try to figure out what is the best way to start making this look a little better than it does. And, you know, maybe add some windows. I don't want this to be a dungeon. Dungeons are great, but not for, you know, living in. So, let's dig into this and see what I can do to maybe make it feel a little bit more like home. When I laid out this building, I knew it was going to be sort of square, and I laid out these stone bricks around the outside of it as well. And those weren't just to mark where the building was going to go. Those are actually something I wanted to do for some sort of decoration. Now, I started off with stone, and that's why they're stone bricks, but that's definitely not where I want this to go. So let's go ahead and take out the stone here and see if I can find something else interesting to put here. So here's the problem I'm facing. I designed this corner all the way to the ground, but I designed my door and my floor up a block, which means I have to have a separate patio, and then this has to be different. It's a weird thing I'm going to have to sort out. I think I can do it, but man, that's going to be a challenge. But hey, challenges can be fun, right? Sure they can. At least that's what I keep telling myself. All right, up we go. Now, it's important when leaving the bubble vader that you go out at an angle, otherwise you get stuck to the side and drop back down. And that's just sticky. And we don't want stickiness when we're trying to get out of an elevator. That's just, I mean, that might be okay for movie theaters, but definitely not elevators. That's okay. Farm can still be on. That's peachy keen, as they say on TV. Because they still say peachy keen on TV, right? I'm not that old, am I? Okay, yes, I am that old. But still, somebody still says peachy keen, right? Let me know in the comments or something if you still say peachy keen. All right, so I've got this. I do kind of like this look with the ochre frog lights. Let's see what happens if I throw a little sculk in there. And hop up on the hill. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Night's falling, so let me go ahead and sleep. And then let's take a look at maybe a different combination. So what I want to try here is I want to try reversing that thing, right? So if I bring the sculk this way and then bring frog lights down like this, right? So I get that look. Okay. What do you think? I mean, do you think this look is better? Or maybe this look is better, right? They both have some advantages, I suppose. But I don't know. I don't know. I do know I need to shift this over this way. So whatever I do, I need to move it. But I don't know. I'm going to have to think about that because I do like the sort of alternating there. I just don't know if I want more frog lights or more sculk. Okay, I think I've decided I like the lighter sides here. But one of the things I want to try is just adding some sculk veins on top of the mangrove, which is a really nice combination. But I don't think that's quite the way I want to do this here. So let's take that off. I mean, it's not a bad look, okay? Don't get me wrong. It's not bad at all. But let's try running it down the lights. See, that's not too bad. I could even extend the sculk veins. No, I don't like that going beyond, but too extra, as they may say somewhere in the world that is actually cool. But I wouldn't know where that is. So that's not bad. The sculk veins definitely toned down the light there a little bit. Okay. So that's a thing. That's a thing. Definitely need to play with it some more, but it's not a bad look at all. Let me go grab that, and we'll go fill up with some ochre frog lights. I keep wanting to say flog lights, and not even just fog lights, flog lights. These are the lights you use to light up your target when you are flogging them. And, you know, sometimes you just need more light on your flogging victim. It just happens. And, you know, you kind of feel bad for them if you're flogging them in the dark. So that just took a weird turn. Let's just end that thought right there. Okay, yeah, so I think I do like this look a little bit better with just the plain frog lights, not covered by anything. The sculk here in the middle, and then some sculk veins running along the top, and just the top. Found when I ran it along the bottom, right? Just coming along like this. Well, not on the grass, but across the bottom. It felt like too much, you know? So go ahead and just clean this up. The only catch is I think I'm going to need a lot more sculk veins than I have. But that's not bad at all. All right, well, let's go ahead and take care of the other 3 corners, and then we'll see what else I can do. Part of my allergies, I think, is, or are, or whatever is proper grammar there. I are having the grammar, and she was my mom's mom, and but now I don't have the grammar because she got that there old, and decided to go visit that big old barbecue in the sky. So I think I've got all of these little outside thingies taken care of. Just as the rain starts, awesome. So now I've got some space here in between, and I think what okay. Thunder is cool. I'm gonna go sleep. While I sleep, let me tell you about that. So I think what I want to do is I want to open up a window in between those different panels and stuff there, right? Right, so I've got these panels, and I think what I want to do is open up a window kind of up like this. Okay. Now that puts it 1 block above the floor. Gives a nice little, it's a 9x9 window, right? Nice. So I'm going to play with that some, but I think I may have some other thoughts of things to do. But let's start anyway. So not so finished, but let's start by opening up these windows. And what was it? Yeah, up to there. Cool. And I'll go pick the stuff up from the inside, and then we'll see what I can do to play with these windows some. I've got some thoughts. I know, it's scary. Perlstalker, do you have thoughts? Yes, I totally have thoughts. And no, they don't hurt as much as you might think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these out this way. And I'm basically going to be doing these sort of bay windows. It would be helpful if I put the glass in the right place. But this glass, as it comes across here, and even the glass that's in the wrong place, but as it comes down this side, it is going to bind with the iron bars. Yep, those are words. But I kind of like that look, right? I think it does good things there. So, yeah. Now, what I have done is I have 100% made this building more square. sort of. I mean, the roof line is the same, but I had pushed out with these guys here. Well, now I've got this, which sort of, in some ways, flattens this wall, but doesn't, because the glass still gives the depth, especially because you can look inside. Let's meander back inside here and take a look at this. Right, so we've got this coming out here, and let's take these blocks out, and let's grab this jungle that I had totally forgotten I still had in my inventory. Let's throw that in there, strip it up. Okay. So here we are from this side. It's looking good. I may want to slap a little something up in there, but... So now you can come out, take a look. Isn't this exciting? I may put in some garden or something out there. And then from the outside, because we're out here in free cam, yeah, it just gives sort of this nice nice look, breaks this up, sort of ties those into the building, because they are in some ways just sort of floating. This ties them into the building a little bit more. And I like that. I like what that's doing. So I might even, let's try something. I want to try something real quick. I want to throw in a couple of deep slate blocks. I'll just use the plain ones. And what happens if I run some glass down? Oh, this way. If I run it like that. See, that's not bad. It doesn't connect here because I've got stairs, unfortunately. But it's not a bad look, but I don't think it's going to work here. So nice. It was nice to try something, but that is just not going to cut it. On the other hand, just having that glass post there is also not going to cut it. So let's go ahead and cut it. Yeah, we're just going to cut all this stuff out and see what happens next. All right, so the windows are in place, and from outside, they're looking pretty good. But from the inside, they are 18 degrees of boring. So I need to get in here and do a little bit of work to make those a little fancier. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do yet, but they definitely need a little bit of sprucing up there. And I don't mean I'm going to add spruce. No. I'm not going to add spruce. But I will do a little bit of something. Now, this feels like it's off-center. That's because I've got the elevator sticking out. This side is the bedroom. But no, it's good because I think I'm going to be adding stuff in these rooms too. So these windows will still center, and they're the center of the building. Okay. So I just need to figure out what I'm going to do on the rest of the outside. Should be fine. All right. So that's not too bad. I do like this sort of, not quite pillar, but I like the way it sort of closes this off. And it would be nice to be able to do that on the sides here. Right? I mean, I could bring the glass down like that. But it would be better if I could run it down the side here, but the stairs prevent it from connecting. But I don't want to take out the stairs because it gives me this cool little pipe look thing. So we'll kind of stick with that. But this isn't bad. I was thinking I might do a little bit more. Actually, I'm definitely going to be doing a little bit more terraforming and stuff around here. I just don't know quite what it's going to look like because I haven't built it yet. But some of this stuff is just definitely my weak spot. You know, I like building. I like designing stuff. I am not good at it. I try. Some of this isn't looking too bad, but oh, definitely my weakness here. Seriously. But that's okay. Just because I'm weak at something doesn't mean I have to not do it. Just means I can play with it more and maybe get better. And that is awesome. Awesome. If you can get better at something, do it because it's great. Well, this is sort of an interesting concept. Basically, I've brought the glass all the way around here and layered in the deep slate bricks and blocks and dealy bobs, and also wrapped the glass up into these corners. You can still see the red piping here. What this is doing is it's wrapping the whole building in a layer of red, which definitely breaks up some of that monochrome that I was dealing with and not totally thrilled with at the end of the last episode. And I think this is tying some things in a little bit better. I might even, once this is all in, I get to see what it looks like going around the whole building. I might even decide to take some of the sculk veins and run them along the bottom here, just to dial back some of that red. But I'm really, really jamming on this. I think this is going to work out pretty well. So what I'm going to need is a lot more glass. But I like this. I like this. I like how this turned out. So, sweet. Let's go get some more glass and do the rest of the building. All right, so I've got the glass now in all the corners. And what I want to do is, if I run the sculk across, that doesn't look as bad now. Before, it just seemed to be a little much. Now it's, take it all. Now it's looking a little bit better. It's muting things nicely. Now I could try to do a little something on top of the frog lights, right? I could come in with trap doors or something, but which might work. Let's see. I dropped off some trap doors here. So we can play with that, right? I could come in with the trapdoors on top. All right, this one that's facing the wrong way is just sort of throwing me off. There we go. Right, but I could take the trapdoors right here. And that brings the red back. And, oh, I like that better. I do. I hope I have enough. I don't want to go harvest more of this mangrove. That's not fun. But, so that's not too bad. Now, what I could do is replace these mangrove logs that are on top, stripped logs, with more deep slate. But I like having the red continue through underneath all of this. So I think I want to keep that. And then the sculk veins just help sort of soften up this, right? It softens the red so it's not quite as bold. And then I add it back by slapping it over top of the frog lights. But even then, I think that gives the frog lights a great color here. And yeah, they stick out off the sides, but honestly, I'm okay with that. I think that's going to be fine. So now what I need to do, aside from getting trapdoors and stuff on the rest of them, I need to figure out what's going in here. And I just don't know. Something needs to go in there. I'm really clueless about that, you know? Hopefully I can figure out something, but man, I am just lacking in the basic clue that so many people have been given in life. Okay, no, it's 8 per side, so it's 16, 32, right? Something. I don't know. Somebody who's good at math will probably figure it out and laugh at me in the comments, but, you know, we'll just pretend like I don't have a degree in mathematics, right? We'll just pretend that the math guy actually knows how to do arithmetic. And you know, everyone will be happier that way, right? Sure they will. All right, so I've got the sculk veins all around the building, so that's awesome. Glass is here. Yeah, this is looking so much better. So much better than where I left it at the end of the last episode. So this is great. So yeah, now just what to put inside there. And I don't know. I think for now, I may just default to some deep slate tile to have something there. But man, it really feels like I should have something a little more interesting there. And I just don't know what. All right, so here's an experiment I did. I went through and I put sculk all down back here in this section. And then threw some glow lichen on top of it. And it gives a fun little texture, kind of lightens that up. Maybe a little too much. Maybe a little too much. I need to think about it some. Maybe what I'll do is let's come around to... Oops, I'm going to need more sculk, which I don't have on me. But maybe what I'll do is I'll come around the other side with some just plain sculk, and we'll take a look and see what that looks like. So here it is filled in with just the sculk blocks, okay? No glow lichen, just the sculk. As opposed to over here, which has the glow lichen. And I think now that I'm looking at them side by side, or at least one right after another, I think I'm going to take out the glow lichen and just leave it sculk. I think that's going to be a nice floor going around the outside of this. Just a nice little detail inside here. I don't know what else I'll do with it, but I think we'll start there. All right, nice. So the sculk is all the way around the building. And yeah, as you go around, it's just, you don't see it a lot, especially when you're swimming. But it does add a little bit of a nice touch as you come around, which is awesome. And then you duck back inside. So when you're in here looking out the windows, right? Walk up to one of these nice bay windows and you look out and you get the sculk going down both sides. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. In fact, I could even put the sculk up there like that. Yeah, I was wondering what to do up there. That, I think, is going to, yeah, it brings the sculk color out just a little bit. And even from the outside, yeah, it just looks cool. Plus, it's got that little bit of animation. Which gives it a little bit of a feel of movement. So, awesome. Unfortunately, I need more sculk blocks. But I think this is going to work out really, really well. Okay, so little touch up here on the bedroom. And threw some ochre frog lights up top, some honey blocks, and some bookshelves. I also shifted the beds forward a block. And then threw some mangrove fence in just to keep me from popping out of bed on the side. So now I'll pop out over here or on the bed itself. So that'll make that bedroom a little bit easier to deal with. And it kind of matches a little bit better the honey Vader over there. So that's cool. So now I need to build a couple of other things in here. Because I don't know that I want this to be totally a studio apartment. Though I do like some of the airiness, but I really should put in some fun things like a kitchen or a little bit of storage. You know, this isn't a storage room, okay? I have a storage room. I go down the honey Vader and I get there. But having a little bit of just decorative storage would be kind of cool. So I need to play with some different ideas, though I don't think I'm going to have time to do that in today's episode. But I think we've made some good progress today. So something to think about for another time. All right, this house is looking so much better. I am so thrilled with how this is starting to look. I mean, I like the way these front panels are working, and I love the way this glass and even the sculk that's sitting inside. Man, this turned out really, really good. So please take a moment, like the video, subscribe, and until next time, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.